Hi there everyone, welcome to day 4, Go Live. Give us all some thumbs up as you're joining so that I can see that you're here. And today we're going to be talking about socialization mainly, and confidence building and different things you can do with your puppies. Okay, so you've all heard of socialization. There is a socialization period which is a scientific stage of development that the puppy goes through. And this you may have heard as the critical socialization window, and is now kind of more known as the sensitive stage of development. So this occurs between 3 and 12 weeks, and then there's a tapering effect to about 16 weeks. And what's important in this period is learning about the world around them. Your puppy doesn't have to interact with everything. It just needs positive experiences to gain reference material for later. So I said in the Facebook post about the 4 S's, so sounds, sights, smells, surfaces, in all different environments. They're learning what is safe and what's not so safe in the world. So it's important to get them out and about prior to your vaccination course being complete, but without overwhelming them. There are many ways to do this, and as you saw on the Facebook post, I was out with Mex in a little pram, just watching people kind of feed the ducks. Okay, she feels really safe in her pram, like we talked about yesterday with the crate training. You've created this kind of safe zone, and the pram is essentially like a crate on wheels, really. But you can do carry walks, okay, or let them watch from the safety of the crate from the car. So often I'll drive down to places like a livery yard or Tesco's or the train station, and I just put a licking mat or a Kong in the crate with them, lift up the boot, sit with them, and let them watch the world go by. It's important to be at sensible distances, okay? Obviously the further away they are from things, the safer they feel. Many of my clients really do worry about dog socialization. Okay, now well-balanced adult dogs are going to teach your puppy much better habits. Take them on short carry walks with an adult dog, or meet in a safe area where they can have a little bit of interaction. Now puppy play is lovely, and they can practice predatory behaviours and learn communication skills, but often adult dogs are more well-balanced and better role models for your puppy. So don't get hung up on your puppy having to play with other puppies. It's a very small part of what socialization is. Now, that window we talked about from 3 to 12 weeks with a tapering effect to 16 weeks. Obviously your breeder is responsible from 3 to 8 weeks of this period. Possibly you could say this has been a bit restrictive in lockdown, but I've actually had 2 litters in lockdown, and all you need to do is think outside the box a bit. Some breeders, although they're lovely with their puppies, maybe don't understand enough and potentially haven't done enough exposure to some of the basics, so the surfaces, the novel items and the sounds. Okay, so check with your breeder what experiences your puppy has had today, how they've responded, because you've got to pick up on that. Yesterday's, it was on day 2 where we did the cardboard box exercise. Someone put a comment up that their puppy was really scared of the cardboard box. Okay, so this is something that, you know, most breeders are going to expose their puppies to. So it's quite, I would say, you know, to get that fear of the cardboard box, obviously we can simplify it, but they're things that you can pick up on straight away. I'm sure many people are aware, and I'm just going to mention this because obviously it's ongoing at the minute. There are a lot of people stealing dogs at the minute, and this is really for breeding purposes because puppies are worth so much more now. Please don't encourage these people by feeling sorry for the puppies and purchasing puppies that are being raised in maybe with inexperienced people. Report them to the correct authorities, okay? It's a bit of a passion of mine that I really do like puppies to have the best start in life possible, particularly when they're going to homes. You might be a first-time dog owner and you're still gaining knowledge as well, okay? So it's really important to try and get yourself a good breeder and have a puppy that's had the very best start in life. Okay, so there's lots of things that you can do even indoors on a daily basis to help build confidence, and you're going to see in a minute the kind of setup that we've got in the room. So if your puppy is nervous about any of these things, obviously you're going to take it at a sensible pace as we talk about these items, but work with a positive trainer. they're going to see more in the dog's body language, and they're going to understand how to simplify things a lot more to work with you at building your puppy's confidence. Okay, building confidence as your puppy develops is just so important, especially if you want that emotionally resilient dog as an adult. So we're going to have a look at the room today. I've got Mex's in her crate because I didn't want her tearing around in the background while we were doing this. And I'm just going to invite Ryan into the room that's going to operate the camera now so we can get a good view of what's happening. So I'm going to let Mex out the crate. Bike. Good baby. Hi. Hey, welcome. Okay, so if Ryan takes charge of the camera, let's have a little look at what we're doing. Okay, so nice little tent set up here. This is something that I purchased for my puppies from eBay. It was about £18. It comes with 2 of these and 2 tunnels. And all I've done is added some balls, made a little ball pit in here for them. Great for doing food searching, great for doing toy searching. Okay, and what I've actually added into the tunnel here for her is some scrunched up paper with different noises. Now remember, this could all be a little bit too much. I wouldn't be expecting you to set your whole room up like I've got set up here, okay, because this may be a little bit kind of overwhelming for the puppy or a little bit overstimulating for some puppies. So time period that they're exposed to all of these things, be sensible. We don't want to do overstimulation. So cardboard box. Okay, some nice rattly paper in. Could do some hiding toys. They can find treasures. I've actually purchased some new toys and I've hidden them all amongst this, so she'll be able to find different things. Kiddies hula hoops, great rattly noises, get them used to different sounds. Okay, all little toys that she can find in here to play with. I've put a little carry case in there. This is something that I add in with my litters. Okay, we may be wanting to transport them on the front seat of the car in something like this. So if they get used to just going in and out, and again, there's some hidden treasures in there should she go in there. So it's a nice positive experience when she does explore it. Different platforms. You can see I've got nice soft things here so that she's not going to hurt herself. So different platforms and surfaces to stand on. Little rubber mat here. These are what they've used for snuffle mats, I think. But again, different textures and surfaces for the puppy to be standing on. Okay. Right, we come over here, and obviously this is a little bit something more that a breeder would have. But in actual fact, one of my puppy clients, Louisa, I'm sure you are with little Armin, her husband Sven made all sorts of things for their puppy when it went home, so he had a similar play area to what I produce. But on here, different things that are going to make noises, okay? So remember the 3 S's, so we've got different surfaces, we've got different sounds, okay? I can add smells to this, and we'll have a look at those in a moment. Okay, so again, just a bit of board here, different surfaces, different textures and surfaces, bobbly things on here. You like all those balls in the ball pit? You off in that ball pit again? Okay, pop-up garden sacks, nice and easy to purchase, making noise as well. Okay, different toys in here. I do use kids' toys, often a little bit more rattly, and they do like them. This could appear to a dog a bit like going into a black hole, really. So what I've done to make it easier for the puppies is just cut a hole in the base, so it's a little bit more like a tunnel, so they get used to it. And here we've got one with just different materials, different textures. My puppies love, I've had this over various litters, and for some reason, they love this piece of material. They run around playing. Here we go, here she goes. Okay, so they, different textures, different things to play with. Good Bubba. Oh, she's a good Bubba. What have you got? What have you got, hey? Okay, so at the back here, I've just put a squunchy shopping bag. Okay, again, some new toys in there when she gets around to exploring it. Okay, and all sorts of new toys. Oh, there she goes. And she goes in the bag. What have you found in the bag? Mummy's got you a nice new toy in there. Hey, what's in there? What's in there? Hey, is that good? Just be careful. Obviously, you're supervising your puppy all the time, because these things I have, with my little puppies, they've got the head round the handles and things like that. I'm never going to leave them unattended with any of these things. She's going through the squunchy paper now. Okay, that ball pit again. They love the ball pit. Hey, you're a good girl. Yee, woo. Hey, what have you got, you good girl? Okay, right, so we're also going to have a little game, or more on sound. Something that I do, with my puppy. I have these kind of kiddies piano things. I won't, well, let me turn it on for a second. So they make all little noises and they can stand on. My puppies quite like them and run up the piano and do different things. So obviously this could be very scary for a dog that's never been exposed to things like this. So be very careful about how you're doing it. And I have all sorts of musical instruments that I rattle, and then the puppy comes to the source of the sound and gets some treats. And you'll see some of this. I think I put a load of posts up on different things I was doing with my puppies when I raised the litter. So that might give you an idea, if you haven't got a puppy yet, okay, what the breeder might be doing with the puppies. Give you an idea of what I do with my puppies, okay? And gradually, as they're getting used to those, I start with really low level noise, but gradually as they're getting used to those, I can increase the noise. Now we're going to have a little game of muffin balls. So I think this was Chirag Patel game, very good game. In a metal tray. Now I tend to use metal, okay, this is just a muffin tray, and all I'm doing at the minute is putting bits of turkey in each of the holes of the tray. Now obviously on carpet, which we're on today, this isn't going to make too much of a noise, but you imagine putting this metal then on the lino floor is going to make more intense noise, vinyl floor, you know, I could build up to putting this on my patio slabs outside so that they're actually controlling the noise. And once they know and love the game, they'll be quite happy to make all these noises. So we start off just checking they're happy to eat. She's never ever done this game before, so we'll see what she makes of this. And then we're going to cover the food with some tennis balls, hence why we call it muffin balls. And then we're going to see if she can, as she's never done it before, probably Mummy could have started with some of the lightweight balls to make it easier, couldn't she, hey? Although they don't stick up as much, darling, do they? Hey, that's it, good girl. Ooh, you going to get that ball out? Hey, good girlie. Where's our turkey? Where's the turkey? You ready? Look at all the turkey in there. Oh, put the ball back in. Hey, how are you going to get that? Yeah, good girl. What a big reward. Ooh, she's clever. So I just put some more turkey in there. She, as I say, she's never done this before, and it helps raise the ball up a bit if I put a bit more food in it. And then it's a little bit easier for her to get out. Hey, what is it? What's in there? What's in there? Hey, I'm going to work that out. So a nice little game, not only for, you know, giving the puppy some kind of stimulation, but this is a nice game for sounds as well, getting them used to different sounds. As I say, once they know and love it, just put it on different surfaces, and the puppy will have a great time making a lot of noise. Okay. What's in there? Ooh, what's in that one? What's in that one? Okay. Good girl. Yeah, you was a good girl. Excellent. So another thing that I can also do with smells, we may do some of this over the next couple of weeks, is I have scent jars. Okay, so this is a kind of soap tank. This has got cinnamon in it, and you can see I've got some toys in here that I can play with puppy with, okay, and I incorporate this into my toy play, so I'm already kind of beginning to hide things and get them used to kind of different smells. But I can also just take these toys out and pop them in the area for them to explore. Okay, now you can see how also this is going to help your puppy with maybe, you know, a lot of people have problems with biting and things like that. So, you know, if your puppy's got more things to do, then that biting isn't going to be directed at you so much. Okay, so just by way of summary, expose your puppies to as much as you can without overwhelming them. Okay, this is from the 8 to 16 week period. And make sure you are doing socialization when they're in an effective mode for learning. Okay, what I don't want is an overtired puppy coming into here. They're going to be completely overstimulated. So she's had 2 hours sleep before I've let her loose in here, and it will only be for a short period of time before we go out and maybe do some quieter activities. Okay, so effective learning, remember that sleep needs to take place. Remember, for survival, it makes sense to remember negative experiences and events more than positive or neutral. So to build a happy, confident dog, we need to avoid negative experiences. Beyond 16 weeks, your puppy is still learning. You are building slowly on the experiences they've had at a pace that is suitable for your individual puppy. I'll personally be building with my confidence with my dogs probably until they reach sexual maturity and beyond, which is kind of 2 years and beyond. Okay, so it doesn't stop. We still need to be doing different things and building their confidence. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the session today. Thank you, Ryan, for joining me, for cameraman. And join me tomorrow. We're going to be doing a question and answer session where I'll be answering any of your questions. So thanks again, everyone, for joining. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.